This is Bracebridge Heath. We're just coming into now.
What?
We're just coming into now.
One of the towns on the Viking Way.
Yeah. Bracebridge Heath. Bracebridge Heath is a village located 2 miles from South Lincoln on the Lincoln Cliff historical defiance by the massive St John's Hospital military airfield used during the World War.
St John's Hospital era. 1857, opened as the Lincolnshire Country Lunarside Asylum, designed by the Italian stylist by architect John Hamilton and James Medland. 1898 to 1948, renamed through various instructions including Bracebridge Paupers Lunar Asylum and Bracebridge Mental Hospital, funded as an emergency hospital during World War II, 1948 to 1989, integrated into the NHS to St John's Hospital before closing in December 1989 and converted into residential housing. said, it is one of your big towns on the Viking Way. So if you want to start fresh basically in the morning and you want an easier way to get walking up here, stay at the Premier Inn across from the Bomber Command Centre. Because it's the
more residential housing being built here.
Okay.
This is an housing estate.
Should be able to get out the bottom. Should be able to get out the bottom.
Yeah, but it might just end up into a cul-de-sac.
What?
It might just be a cul-de-sac. Give it the next village.
It just says next place is Waddington.
Crashed. Stupid thing. You'll film around and I'll sort this out. Walk a bit and get no signal. fucking move. Never use Google Maps, fucking crap. Carry on walking. It's not gonna take a fucking day to get to Waddingley. Fucking knobs. Seven minutes.
Yeah.
Towards Caister Drive.
Not driving. Yeah, an hour.
As I said before, this is one of the villages on the Viking Way.
The old hospital in Bracebridge Heath, south of Lincoln, was originally opened in 1852 as the Lincolnshire County Lunatic Asylum and later known as St. John's Hospital. Designed in the Italianate style, it closed in December 1989 and has since been redeveloped into luxury homes and apartments. History and timeline: 1852. Opened as the Lincolnshire County Pauper Lunatic Asylum, designed by architects John Hamilton and James Medland. 1919. Renamed Bracebridge Mental Hospital 1939-1948. Served as an emergency wartime hospital before joining the National Health Service NHS. 1961. Officially renamed St. John's Hospital. 1989. Closed permanently, with remaining patients transferred elsewhere. Like every hospital, death occurs daily and St. John's was no exception. with spine-chilling medical procedures being performed and people being held in padded cells. There's no surprise that there are several stories about inmates committing suicide and treatments going wrong. One story tells of how one of the inmates hung himself at the top of a set of stairs within the asylum. Was this due to his mental condition or having to endure the harrowing day-to-day life in the asylum? Stories such as this may be the reason for some of the strange phenomena reported from within the grounds. When the hospital was closed, 2 removal men were employed to clear the building. They did not stay for long as the blood-curdling sounds of screaming made them flee from the building. It is said to be a regular occurrence to walk past the asylum and hear screams emanating from within the solid walls. The fire brigade has even been called to the building when residents have reported sightings of small fires being lit visible from the windows. On arrival, there were never any fires to be put out, although some of the firemen have reported seeing strange lights in the corridors. Some think it could be intruders or squatters starting the fires, others believe it's the work of the paranormal. In September 2010, a photograph taken by a group who snuck into the property was printed in the Lincolnshire Echo. It shows the outside of the building from a distance, but when magnified, a white figure can be seen stood looking out of one of the windows. Of course, there is skepticism about the reliability of the photo, but for some it only proves further their belief of ghostly activity in the building. The Homestead Public House in Bracebridge Heath is set in the grounds of the former hospital and has had several reportings of ghostly activity itself. Many staff and customers have reported seeing ghostly nurses and patents roaming around the pub. Our experience: arriving at the gates of the former asylum at dusk, I could see smashed windows, an old roof and graffiti. I had expected the building to be stripped bare and for there to be very little evidence of its former use. I was wrong. On entering the building, the grand staircase made me stop and look for a few minutes, wrapping round both sides of the room and meeting at the landing. There were no banisters left on the staircase and paint was peeling off the walls. Once climbing the stairs, all 5 of us stood in the doorway of the first room. But not for long. We all shot round at the same time and stood in silence. After, we shared the same story of seeing a dark figure rushing past the doorway. After no more activity, we moved on to the children's ward. It was only when I saw the children's paintings still on the walls that I began to think about the patients that were there. We found a ward with tiny cells down each side and I decided to go in. There was still padding on the walls and we realized this must have been an awful place to be for an hour, let alone days. The children's bathroom still had a bath, sinks and cubicles in it. The most interesting part of the room for me was that there were still stickers with names on above each towel hook. The names were
That says St. John's. Didn't that could have been the hospital? Know that? I said that says St. John's down there. That could have been the lunar cycle.
Yeah.
That there.
That building, yeah. You see the bell on top. "55 minutes.
Yeah.
Turn left into the car park.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Turn right into the car park.
Let's go around the roadway because he's stupid.
The car park with him so he can't get out.
Turn left onto Lincoln Road.
That way.
Yeah.
Turn left to the car park. Oh, there's a gate. Seat gate here. During the Second World War, you have to remember Lincolnshire was home to 50 bomber command stations. Some people will say there was actually 49, but there was actually 50 if you count the hospitals as well. That was used. Should be War Memorial here, there is. There you go guys, the War Memorial. Should put across the road, you should pass Tesco's on the industrial estate, and you just follow that road on. The Bull Pub, Blacksmith across, just follow it by Tesco's and just follow the road down. You should end up in Waddington Village.
Waddington is?
Yeah. And this is the village of
Well, this one?
yeah. The
Bracebridge Heath.
yeah. And there's your Tesco, which I said, on the corner. This is the village. St John's Academy there. It's not a school day, it's 6-week holidays. Yep. Social club as well. Should start this building here probably. This is St John's the Evangelist Church. Of course we're heading on to Waddington, which have our horses on to the Red Arrows. It was also a bomber station as well in the Second World War, and it was used in the Cold War as well with the Vulcan, and they still have the Vulcan on base, but it's not running. The Vulcan can no longer fly, but it is on there as a memento and as a gate guard. You'll find like a lot of stations, including the Army, the Navy, and many other ones have gate guards.
Many people don't realise that just Jane, which was at the Lincoln Aviation Centre, was the gate guard for Scampton once.
Yeah. Before they put the Red Arrow there.
Yes.
And if you want to go see that Red Arrow, that was the gate guard at Scampton. It's down at Leaming Bar Services.
And if you want to see the other one, which as I said is just Jane, which is now at Lincoln Aviation Centre.
Yeah, it's Kirkby.
Which hopefully the team down there are trying to get back airworthy. And they're saying hopefully it'll be another one to join. It'll be it back into it belongs in the air.
Yeah.
And if you've never been to the Lincoln Aviation Centre, it's well worth a visit. They also do events, so go onto your, the old tick box and look up Lincoln Aviation Centre. They've got, I said just changed, which is the Lancaster. They've got a Mosquito down there, and they've also got a B25
Mitchell here. And they've also got other ones in the pipeline to get airworthy as well.
And it gives you a chance to walk onto a World War II base and actually see a Lancaster fire up.
Yeah, so look at this. This is the reservoir, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't get in, guys, it's blocked. This is the reservoir. Right, I'll end this video here because the next village along is Waddington, and you can check out that video episode on the channel. So don't forget to like, comment, share and
Subscribe.
now we are leaving Bracebridge Heath on our way to Waddington.